Okay, I know this title sounds weird, right? My husband tracks my weight so I don't have to. But hear me out, because this one shift completely changed my relationship with the scale, my confidence and honesty, my sanity around weight loss. And we just started doing this recently. And the results? Way different than what I expected in just the short time of doing it. So I can only imagine what it will be like for the future. Stick with me because I think this might give you an idea that you've never thought about before. So let's talk about that scale. For most of my life, stepping on that thing was like stepping into a boxing ring. I never knew what I was going to get. A good number, I'd be like, yay, and I'd be on top of the world. A bad number, you guessed it, spiraling, binging, and telling myself, it wasn't worth it. The scale became this emotional trigger. It controlled my mood, my choices, and honestly, my self-worth. Can any of you relate? But here's the thing. Weight is just data. It's not your value. It's not your identity. It's just information. And once I stopped seeing it as personal judgment, everything really shifted. And here's where my husband comes in. I realized the scale was messing with my head. I wanted the information. I needed the information. But I didn't want the daily roller coaster of emotions. Especially with me being on this crazy weight loss plateau of stepping on the scale every week, 4 months, and seeing absolutely no movement. So I asked him, can you track my weight for me? I'm going to step on that scale, but you're going to write it down. Don't tell me the number. Just keep the record. And he agreed. Sounds simple, right? But the impact was huge. Here's what happened when I stopped tracking my own weight. I wasn't obsessing over fluctuations. I stopped tying my mood to that darn number. I actually focused on the process. So that would be my habits, my food, my movement, instead of micromanaging that stupid scale. And guess what? My results got better. Because instead of being obsessed with perfection, I was consistent. Before this, the scale used to dictate everything. So I would be good all week and then step on the scale and see no movement, or worse, a gain, and immediately I'd think, well, what's the point? And that is when binges would start. That's when I'd give up. But with my husband tracking, I didn't know that number. I just knew that I was showing up and being consistent and letting the data do its thing all in the background. And here's the wild part. When I finally think this plateau is no longer a plateau, he said, there is nothing that he could see that I needed to change right now. So things look good, he said. I never saw the good before because I was too busy freaking out over ups and downs. Here's the big lesson I learned. Weight loss isn't about just one weigh in. It's about the trend. Is the scale going to bounce up or down? You got water weight, hormones, sleep. It all plays a role. But if you can zoom out and see the bigger picture, you're going to notice something important. You are making progress. You just needed a little bit of distance from the noise. So if you're someone who feels kind of trapped by the scale, here's what I want you to know you can do. Find a trusted partner. Doesn't have to be your spouse. It could be a friend, a sibling. It could even just be maybe an app that hides your daily number but tracks your progress. I don't know if those exist, but if they do, that would be great. Step on, step off. Do not overanalyze. Just let the data be logged. And I want you to focus on your goals. Did you prep your food? Did you move your body? Did you stay consistent? Those are the wins that matter. Check in weekly, not daily. Look at the bigger picture. Trends don't lie. Because here's the truth. The number today doesn't matter. It's the pattern over time that does. Once I let my husband handle those numbers, I felt really free. So instead of asking, what does the scale say? I asked, did I show up for myself today? That shift really changed things. It helped me stop treating weight loss like a punishment and start treating it like a partnership with myself. And maybe you're like me. Maybe you felt crushed by the scale too. Maybe you've given up more times than you can even count because that number just didn't match the effort that you were putting in. If that's you, I want you to hear this. You are not broken and you are not weak. You're just stuck in that system that messes with our heads. And that's why in the community, we don't just look at food and exercise. We're going to dig into mindset. We're going to talk about all the little systems that you can put into place to protect your progress. Systems that keep you from self-sabotaging so you can finally see results. And here's the best part. I don't just coach you through it. I'm going to do it with you. We're going to be in this together. So if you're tired of letting the scale ruin your journey, join that wait list. I'm going to be putting the link in the description. Because let's be honest, willpower just isn't enough. You need structure and you need tools and you need people who get it. So here's what I want you to take away. If the scale feels like this enemy, stop fighting it. Change how you use it. You don't have to give up weighing yourself. You just need to change your relationship with it. For me, that meant letting my husband track it. For you, it might be something different. But the principle is the same. Don't just let a number on a little metal box control you. Use it as information and that's all. And let me tell you, life gets a lot lighter when you're not stepping on the scale every week and tying your worth to a number. Because weight loss isn't about that one way in. It's about consistent choices. And when you focus on that, the results really take care of themselves. And don't forget, grab my freebie, the 5-step roadmap to food freedom. It's the perfect first step if you're ready to break free from diets and finally build a healthy relationship with food. That link is also in the description. All right, I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below and tell me, would you let someone else track your weight for you? Because who knows, that one shift might change everything for you. And until our next conversation, stay kind to yourself, eat like you love yourself, and keep going. You are doing better than you think. Bye for now.